100 people that call right now, so please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. I'm Frank Perez. I'm going to be joined with Florida Rick today, my co-host. We are on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Catch us on American Forces Network, iHeartRadio, YouTube. We're streaming live there. Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports. Well, Rick, we did it again. Fifth Street. I mean, we are on fire, brother. On fire.
And it's been going on for quite a long time now, Frank. I don't think, if people are out there saying, oh, well, you're just having a hot streak, it's just a few days or a week or so. I mean, really, it's kind of dating back to football season. And I don't know how many losing weeks we've had, at least since I've been on. And, before that, I'm not sure how often you guys were giving out picks, but I don't think as many as we give out now. So It's pretty unbelievable. I know we've been talking about it, but it's pretty unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're running a lot hotter than we should be. But how about these two gems that we pick up? How about this Joey Cassano yesterday? Obviously, he gives out Miami of Ohio here a winner. As I'm driving home, he gives me Virginia Tech winner. Was it West Virginia +5 winner, and then at night Indiana +2.5, another hat trick by Joey Cassano. Then his protege Daniel Wages comes in on St. Louis, right?
Yeah, +9.5, and they were down double digits for a lot of the game, and then they made a big run late and cover. I think they lost by 5 or 6, so another cover. I don't think Daniel Wages has lost a play yet.
Yeah, wait till we get these guys on the show here live. He's coming out for the summer here. When we get them live on the show here in the studio with us, but it's like we got the 27 Yankees coming at everybody. We're getting great info, and your stuff has always been solid and real good. Brian's been very good and solid. I mean, I think we're putting together a heck of a team here, and our listeners and folks, I hope you're paying attention. You guys are getting. I know we're just a little show over here. We have a good time. We have fun. We talk some sports, but we're giving you the best of the best here. This is Fifth Street Sports. Rick, when we come back, buddy, we're going to talk a little Kyler Murray. Folks, we got to take a timeout. We'll be back in 3 minutes. It's going to be a good show talking about this Kyler Murray. He weighs in tomorrow at 9:30.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
I'm Nick Ebram. I like to have a nice smooth shave. I do have a goatee. I like to make sure the skin around it is nice and smooth. And you know, when you're using one of those disposable razors, you never know what you're going to get. You don't get a great shave. I tell you, I have found the solution to my shaving issues with Harry's razors. Non-slip, comfortable handle. I think these are absolutely the best. Right now, you can get a $13 value trial set. Comes with everything you need for a close, comfortable shave. Weighted ergonomic handle, a 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip, a rich lathering shave gel, a travel blade cover. You can get a $13 value trial set right now. Go to harrys.com/World Soccer. Go right now, harrys.com/World Soccer. Redeem your offer right now and let them know that I, Nick Ebers, sent you. harrys.com/World Soccer to go get your Harry's razors.
All right, folks, we're back. Beautiful Wednesday afternoon, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. We spent the last couple, the opening 2 minutes talking about another great night we had, also with Team Casano. That's Daniel Wages and Joey Casano at joeycasano.com. And, of course, Rick, on fire again, buddy, on fire. What do you... gosh, you're red hot. I hope you got a good card tonight so we can get the people tuned. Stay tuned, right?
Yeah, I do have, several games, both the NBA and college basketball. It's a really big card in both leagues. And for some reason, Wednesday nights, when there's always a lot of games, I don't seem to have as many plays as you'd think. But I do think I have a few, really solid plays on tap. And I know Joey's got at least one play you told me about earlier. Maybe he'll come in with another game or two as well.
Yep, Daniel Wages will probably be in. Brian will probably be texting in. I know he's in school now. But getting back to this, Rick, today I was watching a little bit. I don't watch too many sports shows, but I was watching a little bit today just to start catching up on stuff. Tomorrow at 9:30 is the official height and weight in for this Kyler Murray. And they were doing an in-depth on this guy. I'm changing my mind. I think this guy's going to be a phenomenal NFL player.
So do I. I think he's going to be the real deal. I think he's going to be another Deshaun Watson, but even faster and probably about an equal arm. He's just got a little problem with his height, a little bit short. But I think, the way he plays, it's not going to affect him as much as it would with a lot of other people who are that height.
So do I. Now, give me some advice on this bet because they have props up on this on his height tomorrow when it comes in officially. They've had some overs and unders at 5'9" and some at 5'10". Am I wasting? I know, and I was talking to Brian. If we go under 5'10", we've probably got a very good bet. Should we waste our time or some of our money and bet over 5'9"?
Boy. What I've seen is that he's listed at 5'9" and 7/8". But if he's listed at that, you have to think he might actually be, a half inch, maybe even full inch shorter. Bry is very skeptical about that. He always thinks people are listed almost 2 full inches taller than they really are. I would definitely not go over any of the numbers. I would only go unders. I wonder what the line would be on under 5'9". Do you know, is this Westgate who's offering this or maybe some online shops?
I forget. They had it on the Dan Patrick show today, but see, I would go under 5'10", but what I'm thinking about is trying to hit a side, like over 5'9", under 5'10". But am I wasting my money if I buy back on the over 5'9",
I think so. I think there's no chance he's going. He's over 5'10", so you're getting a free shot. you're already getting free money under 5'10", so why waste money and go over 5'9" if we know there's a real chance that he's not 5'9"? But it will be interesting to see what his official height comes out at, because you know, a lot of people have had different thoughts on that, and you know, if he does come out at 5'8 3/4", is that going to make him? Is that going to make his draft stock fall? And I mean, right now, what I'm hearing, he could be anywhere from the first overall pick to 15th, 16th overall pick. So if somehow he comes out under 5'9", does that put him more along the lines of maybe being closer to late first round compared to possibly, you know, number 1, 2, or 3 overall pick?
Well, yeah,
I'd love
see,
to hear that too.
yeah, that's the thing that they had on. They had a couple things on the show. First of all, over or under 10th draft pick is going to be under, or yeah, I think the under is a little bit of a favorite. And they said his biggest detriment, believe it or not, you know what his biggest detriment is to signing an NFL team? His dad. Everything has to go through his dad. His dad controls everything. In fact, Dan Patrick and them were trying to ask him questions, and then he had to look at his dad to answer them. They said, "Dude,
Sounds like a young Tiger Woods."
Yep, he's a real detriment with his father. His father's like controlling the whole show. He doesn't have like any say in nothing, and I think the dad is trying to run the show here. And sometimes when they let the kid do it with his heart, give him a little bit of advice, but.
Yeah, at some point, got to let him grow up as well. You know, I mean, not just athletically, but professionally and, you know, maturity-wise too. So, I mean, he seems like a really good kid and very mature for his age. Speaks really well, and you know, everything about him is, you know, I like. But I'm guessing his dad is a military guy, and maybe like strict disciplinarians. That's my take. I'm not even sure if that's true or not, but I'm guessing that's the case.
It is. And well, now moving on to another thing now, you know, and out here, there's a lot of these fans, but guess who's the favorite now to contaminate the next MLB team? Bryce Harper looks like he's going to be signing with the Dodgers. I believe he's radioactive. I believe whatever team he goes on, he's going to contaminate him for harmony, chemistry, overpaying, bitterness, and this little selfish stuff. I think he's going to make these Dodgers radioactive.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I've heard about that too, that he's possibly going to sign with the Dodgers. And frankly, I'm not sure how many teams are interested in him at this point, especially for the money he's commanding. And the Dodgers, you know, they've been a really solid team, top-notch MLB team the last couple of years now. And is he going to make them better, or is he going to kind of ruin the chemistry they have? And, you know, what he's done with Washington, look at his numbers the last couple of years. They're not even close to all-star numbers. They're numbers of an average MLB baseball player, maybe a few more home runs and RBIs. But, I mean, we know how talented he is. Talent-wise, he may be the most talented player out there, but for some reason he just doesn't produce, and at least he hasn't for the last few years. And I just don't think he's worth whatever money the Dodgers are going to pay him, which I'm guessing is
terrible chemistry. Rick, last year my best bet with two of my buddies we bet under 94 and a half and under 95 wins on the Nationals. Everybody was like, "You're crazy. This is a 100-win team." He was on it. We were never ever in doubt of losing that bet. I believe the Phillies pulled a great move. The Phillies, by saying that they were interested, all of a sudden I think the Nationals were happy, like, good, let them go over there and contaminate the Phillies. The Phillies played it. Finally, when the Dodgers were interested, the Phillies said, "Good, go to the Dodgers. We got him out of our division, you know, and we didn't have to put up with him. He's now with the Nationals, which, you know, I believe he was a detriment to the Nationals. You watch to see how many wins the Nationals get this year without this guy in the show."
Yeah, it's kind of funny you're saying that, because a lot of times when a superstar leaves a team and everyone thinks that's going to be kind of the end of the team, or they're going to have to start rebuilding now, they turn around and have a great year, and it turns out they didn't really miss that superstar that much after all. So I'm kind of thinking that may be what happens with Washington this year, and I'm really interested to see, because I think they may actually be a contender to win the NL East this year without him.
Yeah, but I mean, but look at how loosely you're using that word superstar. This guy didn't even hit. I don't think he hit 250, right? How can you say a guy's a superstar and he's not? He did not bat 250, 245. I don't believe, and that's not superstar. Superstar is like Trout, you know, Pujols in his days. Who's that guy for the Rockies right now? It's just lighting it up.
Arenado.
Yeah, that's
There,
a
he just
superstar.
signed an extension.
Miguel Cabrero, too. Not last year, but all the years before that. That's a superstar. This guy's hitting 235, 240, causing fights, yelling and screaming, injured a lot. Come on, man. He's going to ruin the chemistry in these Dodgers. I know it.
There's just certain guys that just don't really fit in, and they're always there. They put themselves before the team, and I think Bryce Harper will always do that from now until the end of his career. He'll always be a me first player, and I think whoever has him is going to be kind of infected with that in their clubhouse, and it'll show on the field. And they're never going to be as good a team as they should be because of of his actions.
Yeah, because the only other two teams that were even in the hunt for him were really seriously were the Giants and the Phillies. White Sox dropped out early, but I think if he signs with these Dodgers and they jack up this win total, 2 or 3 wins because of him, you know what I mean? Like the Dodgers need another hitter. Come on. So let's say that they jack it up 2 or 3 wins. I am going to bet under on them. I'm going to bet over on the Giants.
It's probably a good bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that bet. I think the Giants are probably happy the Dodgers ended up getting him. As funny as that sounds, I think the Giants are not just happy they didn't get him, but that he went to their arch rival.
Absolutely. Well, Rick, when we come back, folks, coming up, Rick, let's give him two segments of picks. What do you think, buddy? We're going to
try it.
All right, we're going to do it. Folks, when we come back, a double dose of bet talk you can bet on, 5th Street Sports, back in 3 minutes.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But The Secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
All right, folks, we are back. This is Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick on Sports Byline USA Radio Network, on iHeartRadio, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Catch us on all these things. Well, Rick, this is talk you can bet on. Usually we have, I know we have a play from Joey Casano. I'm hoping Daniel comes in on one, and then we got all your plays. Brian may send some in. So do you want to get to it?
A couple things, Frank.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to talk about it.
We will. We'll get to it in a bit, like later this segment. But a couple of things I wanted to bring to your attention first,
okay.
And that is that as much as we were just talking about Bryce Harper.
Wait a second, Rick. You know what that means, right? That's Rockford, folks. There it is. I knew he was going to come in on this. Rick, last Wednesday, I drove down Rainbow, and when I saw, there it is, you guys, Rockford's pick. 789, George Mason over 145. It's a double play, and I knew he was coming in on this, Rick. I took Rainbow again, as I did last week, and Rockford's out there in the orange Clark County Correctional jumpsuit on. It's the orange jumpsuit, and he's out working on the side of the road. So I don't take Rainbow. I go down to Buffalo, which is a street down there, and there he is. Sure enough, he yells, 789, George Mason over 145, double play. Rockford's giving me winners from the side of the road in an orange jumpsuit. Can you believe that?
That is awesome. Yeah, we gotta love Rockford. Puts his priorities in order.
Anyway, so Rick, guys, get back to
what I was getting at was Bryce Harper. It looks like it just came out that Bryce Harper just had a second meeting. Looks like probably last night. Just came out now that with the Giants. So the Giants are at this point now really looking to possibly sign him away from the Dodgers. It looks like the Phillies are still committed to signing him to a long-term deal. The Dodgers only want him in a short-term deal, and it looks like the Giants at this point might be talking about a long-term deal as well. So as much as we were talking about the Dodgers, I mean, the Giants are now prepared, it looks like, to offer him a 10-year contract in the same range as Manny Machado, like 10-year, $300 million contract, which, wow, if that's the case, that just kind of changes everything we just said about the Giants. And, I would I would lean to the Dodgers, total going over rather than the Giants if that's the case. This is actually just coming out now, and, I saw it during the break. So I'm kind of shocked. I thought the Giants would kind of stay away from him, but I guess they've kind of had some bad years lately, and they really want to do something to get back up to the top. And I guess they figure they need that big name player to maybe possibly get him there. I don't know. I don't think it's the right direction, but at least they want to please their fans, and they're looking to try to get back there rather than just start kind of rebuilding and doing what they do across the bay in Oakland and just constantly get minor leaguers up, and when they turn to superstars, trade them for more minor leaguers.
Yeah. But that's my nephew's favorite team too. I hope he doesn't sign with the Giants. Let me ask you, Rick. Let me give you a hypothetical. Let's say we had these three free agents, which we have two of them: Manny Machado. We have Bryce Harper. Machado signs for 10 years for $300 million. Harper's probably going to sign for 10 years for $300 million. How much would Trout get if he was this third one going on the thing, and you had these three guys to choose, and these first two just signed for 10 years for $300 million? What would Trout be worth?
Wow, you have to put him number one for sure. So I would say if they're getting 10 years, $300 million, I would put Trout probably at 10 years for $350, maybe even like $375, or maybe 8 years for $300. I mean, he's the best. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
No,
I mean,
baseball
he would, or he would get the 300, and then they would think these guys only worth 220, or 225. But I mean, it's just ridiculous that these two guys they're good ball players. I think Machado's a team player. He's a good player. Nowhere worth that kind of money. I mean, come on. I don't think anybody in baseball is. And now this Harper, but boy, now you just said breaking news: the Giants might get him, huh?
We'll know in the next couple of days where he's going, possibly even by tonight. But I would say most likely, tomorrow or Friday, we'll find out where he's going to go. Because as we see, preseason's already started, and you can't wait much longer. So he'll be in uniform some team by the weekend, I would think.
Come on. I mean, it's going to be March 1st, and he's still not with any team. So every team out there that's playing, trying their butt off, looking forward to the season, here's going to come this $300 million brat that waited to the end of the thing to get signed. It's even worse for the chemistry.
Yep. So anyway, that being said, I have another interesting story that just broke a couple hours ago. I don't know if you saw this or not, but Johnny Manziel has been playing in the CFL the last year or the last couple of years. He was on Hamilton and then traded in Montreal. He was atrocious no matter where he went. But it looks like the Montreal Alouettes just released Johnny Manziel, and whatever he did, they haven't said what he did yet, but he's now barred from playing in the CFL for good. So it looks like we may have a new AAF player in our hands, Frank.
Johnny Manziel. Wow,
yeah,
you
Johnny Manziel. Yeah, so I was talking to Bryce about this right before the show, and Bryce said, yeah, that actually would make a lot of sense. Maybe he'd go to San Antonio. They like to keep guys kind of near their hometowns or colleges, and he grew up near San Antonio. So we might be seeing a new San Antonio commander in the near future here.
Wow. How do you think Johnny Manziel would do in his AAF?
He can't do much worse than Christian Hackenberg. So for that matter, I still don't think he would be very good. I think he would be one of the bottom quarterbacks in the league, probably right down there with Christian Hackenberg. But I always thought once he went to the CFL, maybe this is where his calling is. He may, be like a star in the CFL and possibly even earn a trip back up to the NFL years down the road. But boy, he showed how bad he really is in the CFL. He completed more passes to the other team than he did to his own team. That's how bad he was. I mean, his passes were being intercepted at like one every 3 or 4 passes he was throwing were being intercepted. And he's just, I don't think he puts in the work. He's the exact opposite of what you'd call one of these devoted, hardworking athletes. He kind of just shows up and thinks that he can get by on talent alone. I think he was able to do that in college. But, once he gets to the pros, it's a whole different story. And even in the CFL, he couldn't even come close to. He was better in the NFL than he was in the CFL. But, there's also a few years difference, and he just completely went downhill as well. So it'd be interesting to see if he signs the AAF, and if he does, what he. I don't think anyone would start him, but maybe if he came in relief, blowout or an injury, it'd be interesting to see what he did. And I don't think he'd be effective at all, even the AAF, but if he was, I guess you could always use that as an argument too, why the AAF, might not be, with the in the same. We talk about the same terms as we do, like say top college teams for that matter. But it would be fun to see him, just to see what he would do. I think he'd be another failure, but it's probably a good chance of where he ends up next.
Well, let me see now. Okay, we know that Hackenberg looks terrible. He's played in the NFL and now in the AAF, and he doesn't look good. But I'll bet you right now, if you had a time machine and you brought Hackenberg right now, the way he's playing right now, he could start for any college football team. No, because remember, you're seeing him play bad against the pros. He would dominate college football. Dominate.
As Bryce would say, he would definitely dominate in delivering UPS packages. I don't know if he would dominate in playing the game. I maybe he would against Texas San Antonios and University of Texas El Pasos, and maybe even like the bottom feeders of the Pac-10 and Big 12, or Pac-12 and Big 12. But I don't see it. I don't know if we'll ever get to see it, but I just think this guy he has somewhat of a big arm, and that's where everything ends. He can't read defenses. He has no accuracy. He just really has no skill other than just having a big arm.
See,
no idea where the ball's going once he releases it.
This is where I think you and Brian like underestimate the pro versus college. Okay, I played pro. All right, let's say for instance you are a phenomenal tennis player. Like you can sit there and you look great against, the AP 200 to 300. 200 to 300, you're crushing, you're doing great. Now you go up and you play against Federer, Nadal, Djokovic and these guys, and even the top 10, and you just look stupid. Everything into the net, you're getting aced. You got it's 6-love, 6-1, 6-love. You're terrible. And everybody look at how terrible this guy is. And you start saying, and then I tell you, hey, but you know what? I'll bet you if you brought this guy back down to the colleges or to, let's say, the AP 200 to 300, he would be the best. And you're looking at him thinking, I don't think so. Look how terrible he is. You're not realizing the talent that he's playing with. You know what I mean? I mean, Hackenberg looks terrible because he's playing against the pros and he's playing against guys, much bigger, much faster. Bring him back down to that college level. That's why. Oh, I can't wait to get Brian. When you and Brian get on the show here, because I know you're on Brian's side on this Alabama controversy with the AAF. Rick, you got to understand more than half this, and Brian's not here, so we can talk about him. You gotta understand that half of this Alabama team has memberships to Proactive and Clearasil. These are 18 and 19-year-old kids with pimples. They're going to be playing against professional football players. How much would you pay right now if you could send an MIT team and send in all the weights and all the speeds of all this thing, and they could send us simulated games? Wouldn't that be interesting? No,
it would be. But I would love to see it. But in regards to Christian Hackenberg himself, he wasn't that good of a college player. He was really big. He's six like perfect size, 6'5", 6'6". Good weight on him, maybe 260, 270. Is just a big guy with a really big arm. So he always had this high NFL. He was a big NFL prospect, but he never panned out, and he never was, like I said, he was never even a star college player. He just had the size and the arm for the NFL.
Yeah, that could be true. Rick, we got the music coming on, folks. Coming up, talk you can bet on, segment 3, Fifth Street Sports, Florida Rick, Frank Perez, back in just a small break.
Hey, not to brag, but Buffalo Wild Wings is the official chicken wing of the NCAA. Yep, soak it in. You know who isn't the official chicken wing of the NCAA? Your couch. Because your couch doesn't have a partnership deal with the NCAA. So do you want to be home on your couch, the official nothing of the NCAA? Or do you want to be at Buffalo Wild Wings, the official place that has lots of TVs and beers and screaming fans, and it's officially better than your couch for college basketball? Buffalo Wild Wings. Please drink responsibly.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Let's have a chat about your debit card, the card you use for the things you buy every day. What if you could get cash back every time you bought those things? Well, now you can. Introducing Discover Cashback Debit. Just open a Discover bank account and start earning 1% cash back on up to $3,000 in debit card purchases every month, automatically. Plus, there are no monthly fees or minimum balances. Now you can get cash back on the way you like to pay. Open a Discover bank account and get the debit card with cash back. Go to discoverbank.com/debit. Limitations apply. Excludes money market accounts. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Folks, it's Talk You Can Bet on 5th Street Sports. That means it's the third segment. I have Florida Rick, my co-host. We have plays in from Joey Casano at joeycasano.com. We have a Rockford pick. Rick, before we go, should I go with Joey first? Joey sent me a game.
Yeah, sure. Let's start with Joey and see what he's up to today.
All right. Joey sent in earlier today. He likes game 784, South Florida, plus 2.5. That's at joeycasano.com. This guy's red hot. He gave me another hat trick yesterday, 3-0. So there we go.
He really is unbelievable. I think since he's been giving us picks on our show, he's lost either 1 or 2 plays and won the other 12 or 13 or so. It's pretty remarkable what he's done. I always endorse all his picks. I've never once been against him. Either I've been with him or I haven't had much of an opinion. This is one of these games where I'm a little torn in this. I know how good UCF is. I know they're a much better team than USF. It's a road game, so they're only they're giving 2.5 on the road. I typically don't like road dogs here, and I'm not endorsing anything as a play here. But this is the one time that Joey's given out a pick that I'm a little bit apprehensive about playing it. But again, I would never want to be against him, so I'm just passing on the game. Right. But yeah, plus Joey lives in that area. I think he lives in Clearwater, so he may know a lot more about the USF team than I do.
Well, Rick, as far as selections and picks, you've always been like the Lou Gehrig of 5th Street Sports. So you're up, buddy.
Well, before we get to Rick, we've actually got Daniel Wages through our YouTube live chat. We're streaming live on YouTube right now, youtube.com/5th Street Sports. He came in with a few plays. The first 2 he came in with were 805 Duquesne plus 6.5, 809 Loyola Chicago minus 1.5. And then the last one was game 510 Atlanta Hawks plus 5.5. He says he has a feel for the Hawks.
That's Daniel Wages. This guy's been red hot too. I mean, he's a pupil of Joey Casano. He's a disciple of Joey. And he's been red hot. What do you think about his 3 picks, Rick? You got any matches with those?
In terms of the college plays, Daniel Wages is. I don't think he's lost a play yet. He's given us how many? Maybe like 7 or 8 plays since he's started coming on the show. Yeah. And I don't think he's lost a play yet. So I haven't really. There's so many games tonight. I haven't really seen. Looked at each one. Duquesne is getting 6.5 at St. Bonaventure. With Lean Duquesne here, don't have much of an opinion, but of course I would only want to be on his side. And the Loyola Northern Iowa game, that's going to be a war. In the Missouri Valley Conference, Loyola's 1.5 point favorite. I think this game might be on ESPNU even. So I think it's going to be on national TV. It's going to be low total, 118. This game just looks like to be one of those real low-scoring tight games. Loyola's out to prove they're still kind of the team they were last year. So I would lean with Daniel Wages again. I don't have a strong opinion in this game, but of course I only want to be on his side. As for his NBA game, I actually was going to give that as a play too. I love Atlanta tonight getting 5 or 5.5 at home against Minnesota. I was going to go over some of the NBA plays here in a second, but that was a play that I liked a lot. I think Atlanta's playing really well, especially at home. Minnesota had a big win the other night, but now they have to travel to Atlanta, and I see this as a close game, and I think Atlanta, if they don't come out with a win, I think they're just going to lose by a couple points. So I really like getting 5.5 here.
All right, well, there's a match with Daniel Wages. You like Atlanta also. Well, now, Rick, it's all you, buddy.
All right, so in terms of some of the other NBA plays that I like tonight, game 5-12, Celtics -3. Maybe if you can get a cheap money line in the -140 range or so, maybe you might still be able to get 2.5 or 2 -20. I like the Celtics here actually a lot tonight. After that miserable performance last night at Toronto, the Celtics, they played. They're just such a good team at home, especially in national TV. They're not going to be embarrassed 2 nights in a row. Portland's had the night off. They were traveling. They actually were trapped in an elevator last night. I don't know if you saw that or not, but the team got trapped in an elevator for about 30 or 45 minutes last night, which is kind of funny. But in Boston, Damian Lillard was freaking out, but they were okay. And now they're going to Boston, and this is just a tough spot for them, especially after the Celtics, horrible performance last night against Toronto in that TNT game. Now this is an ESPN game. I really like the Celtics here to win this game. Cover, like I said, if you can get a cheap money line with 140 range or so, if not -2.5 or -3. Celtics would be my other NBA play after Atlanta. As for more NBA, there's one other play I had my eye on, and that was game 516, the Heat plus 9.5 at home tonight against Golden State. This is Golden State's second game in this 6-game East Coast road trip. The Heat have been playing awful. They just lost 2 nights ago at home to Phoenix. So you can see how bad they are. They're 11-point favorite. They lost that one. The one thing with the Heat, they do show up in games against the top teams, especially at home. And they played Golden State on the road a few weeks back, and they were winning most of the game. And Golden State ended up, getting some big shots and won in the final minute or two. But I think the Heat here are going to, have the really strong performance. All, they're going to have probably a sold-out house for maybe the first time all year. It's going to be a fun game to watch. And the Heat always play Golden State tough at home. And I think getting 9.5 points here is a lot. I like a small play money line too. If you can get somewhere between plus 365 and plus 400, I think the Heat are going to be a live dog to win that game as well. Which, by the way, talking about money line dogs, Joey not just won all 3 games yesterday, all 3 of his money lines won outright. So that's worth saying too, how impressive that was. And then the one other game I kind of like NBA wise is game 519, Detroit at San Antonio. San Antonio's just had 2 brutal losses back to back on the road. They're coming home now after these poor performances. Both these teams are fighting for the last spots, or the last 2 spots in their conference for the playoffs. I think Detroit right now is considerably a better team than San Antonio. You're getting 4.5. It's on the road. Both teams have had a couple days to prepare, and I think this is going to be a tough game for San Antonio to win. If they do win, it's going to be hard for them, even harder to cover the 4.5. I think so. I'm going to take Detroit plus 4.5 here on the road. So those are my NBA. It would be Atlanta, okay. 510 Atlanta plus 5, 512 Boston minus 2.5, 3, Miami 516 plus 9.5, and then 519 Detroit plus 4.5, and you might find a 5 out there.
So you got 4 NBA, 1 matching with Daniel wages.
Yeah, okay. Correct. Those are my NBA plays. So, do you have any plays today, Frank? I didn't even ask.
No, I got nothing. I'm gonna bet under in Kyler Murray's height. That's how I'm doing. Under 5 feet. I've just been taking your guys' stuff. I'm killing it. You guys are crushing it. You guys are crushing it. Why should I get involved?
I've seen your accounts. If it wasn't me, if I didn't know where you're getting the plays from, I'd definitely be using your accounts.
Yeah, I'm not, buddy. I mean, you guys are cooking up some of the best betting recipes in the country. I'd be like a cook. You guys are putting out great food, and I jump in trying to throw in extra salt or trying to mix in peppers. I'm staying out of the kitchen, buddy. You guys are serving up great stuff.
No, you're just one of the diners. That's all.
And listen, I mean, like these plays don't got to make sense. They got to make dollars, and that's what they do. They make dollars.
Yeah, and they've been doing it for a long time now. So, like I said, hopefully we continue and at least do the rest of college basketball, and baseball will be starting up in April, and that'll be a whole other ball game. But we still have some college basketball games tonight. Actually, we have a lot of college basketball games tonight. So let me start with the first one at the top of the rotation, and this is game 782. Penn State is getting a point or a point and a half against Maryland at home. It's kind of a mysterious line that you look at these teams and you see Maryland is 21-7, 5-10. They're ranked 17th in the country. They're going into State College. Penn State's 11-16, 4-12 in the Big Ten. Kind of, this is like the ultimate public game where the public's seeing this and going, wow, so I'm getting this team, Maryland, basically a pick 'em at Penn State, laying a point or a point and a half. And the way I see it, Penn State has been just a great team of late. And I told you this a couple weeks ago when they played Michigan at home. Yeah. I give out them to cover Michigan. And I actually said I like the money line too, and they won outright in that game. And they've won 4 of their last 6 games. Of course, all conference games, and even the 2 they lost that were at Purdue, where they were winning much of the game. And that was one of those horrible beats where I think they were getting 11 or 11 and a half, and they were winning the game with a few minutes left, and because of missed 3-pointers and them just missing shots and fouling. I think they lost by 12, and it was one of those games that had no business not covering, but they didn't. And then they lost at Ohio State in a real tough battle by 4, but they've beaten Michigan and Nebraska, Illinois, they're just on fire of late, and especially at home. I think Penn State here gets the win. I really like them a lot. +1, +1.5. If you can get like a +2 -15, maybe +2 -20, I would take that as well. But yeah, that's my favorite college play tonight is Penn State at home against Maryland. One of those ultimate pros versus Joes games too. You know, the public is, I think, 75% or so on Maryland, and why wouldn't they be? They see the records, they see the rankings, and I don't think Maryland is as good as their ranking. I think they're one of those overrated teams who probably lose in the first round of the tournament. That's the way I see Maryland.
So 782 Penn State. I'm looking at a 1.5 here. I'm not seeing the whole screen like you, but boy, if you can grab that 2, that's so crucial. That 2 in college basketball, you know.
I know. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. If you can get maybe a 2 -20 or especially a 2 -15, I would take that in a second because that's such a key number. I would say in college basketball that is the most important number out there. So that's my first and best college basketball play of the night. I only have a couple. I don't like the card as much as I thought I would on a Wednesday night. But like I said, Wednesdays for a lot of weeks, even though there's so many games, I don't like as many games as you would think. But one of the other games I do like is game 8:30, and that's Villanova at home laying. Hopefully you can get a 5, but you may have to lay 5.5, or maybe you get like a 5 -15. Villanova at home -5 or 5.5 against Marquette. And this is just one of these ones where the public Marquette's been so good of late. They're winning. They're covering almost every game. Here's a tough spot for them going into Villanova. We know how good Villanova's been. They aren't quite the same team this year they've been over the last few years. And this is the public here is 65% on Marquette as a dog, and yet the line has actually moved point and a half, even 2 points in some spots in favor of Villanova. I don't like the line move. That's why I wouldn't play it strong at this point, but I still think I know it's the right side. Hopefully they'll still cover, but I think it's going to be one of those games that probably is a wire-to-wire job. They probably are up early by 7, 10 points. They're probably I don't think they're going to blow them out, but I do suspect they're going to win the game in that maybe 8 to 12 point range. And I think Villanova's a strong play tonight, just going by the numbers that I'm seeing.
There we go. So we got that's Penn State, Villanova, but we got so far, and you got 4 NBA. Do you have another one?
No, but like I said, I'm endorsing all of Daniel Wage's plays, both his college plays, of course, and his NBA play. Joey, it's the first time I'm not specifically endorsing his play, but I'm not going against him either. I'm just making that a true pass. I would have leaned to UCF,
right?
But I'm just I'm leaving that in Joey's hands.
Yep. For sure. Well, I mean, you definitely don't want to go against Joey. Joey or Daniel Wages. These guys are great. So Rick, so far, I mean, that's all you have 4 NBA, 2 college, right?
2 college, yeah. I think Oklahoma Bryce is going to have a game that we'll give out in the next segment. So we'll wait till the final few minutes to give that one out.
Okay. All right, folks, there we go. Talk you can bet on. You just got all the Ricks. We got Daniel Wages and, of course, Joey Casano at joeycasano.com. We'll be back. We've got to take a small time out. When we come back, we're going to get something in from Oklahoma, Brian. You don't want to miss that. Remember, we're a team here, and we've been doing phenomenal. You do not want to miss these. Write them down. Great picks. Lots of money we've been making, folks. Don't go away.
Being a new parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com, that's MYEVOZ.com, to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. and enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 603-0885.
Okay, folks, Fifth Street Sports, Frank Perez. You've been with Florida Rick. We've gone through a few of the topics. Tomorrow, we're going to definitely get on this AAF simulation. Rick, great show, buddy. We got a lot of good picks. Did Oklahoma Brian come in with anything?
Yeah, he did. He actually gave me 2 picks. He gave me 792 Texas Tech at home minus 14.5 over Oklahoma State. And then he gave me one of his special 6-digit game numbers. That would be game 307447 Incarnate Word plus 5.5 against Northwestern State. I don't know where he comes up with these, but he's usually pretty spot on them.
Yeah, yesterday we took a bit of a beat. I think he lost his first or second one of those. We lost with Seattle, but he's been red hot also. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go down with these. Let's go down with these really quickly and see what we got over here. We got Joey Cusano in with 784 South Florida. Daniel Wages matches your NBA Atlanta plus 5.5. He also comes in with Duquesne, game 805 plus 6.5, and Chicago, Illinois, game 809 minus 1.5. That's from the Joey Cusano team. You come in with Miami 516, the Miami Heat plus 9.5 against Golden State. Detroit plus 4.5, game 519. You come in with your real pick that you like is Boston fight game 512 minus 2.5-ish around there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then your best college play, you like 782 Penn State plus 1.5 2. You're on, what is this, 830? No, it's Texas Tech.
Oh, that would be Villanova. Oh,
that
that's Brian.
Yes,
Brian's
that's right.
Texas Tech, right.
830 Villanova, 5.5. 792 Texas Tech minus 14.5 from Oklahoma Brian. 307-447 6-digit Brian Incarnate Word plus 5.5.
That's correct. Yes.
5.5. Rick, thank you, buddy. Great show, folks. We appreciate you. We thank you. Get it all down. The whole team is doing great. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. This is Fifth Street Sports signing off. Good luck and have a great afternoon.